lead the talent management vertical for an organization by the name of JK Cement. So that's about me. It has been now almost 16 years that I have worked with the industry. When this thing came to me, so I was just thinking, few thoughts
देख
which
लेते
came
हैं
to
एक
my mind, that everyone says that work from home is going to be the new normal. And every time this question comes to my mind, that when is the new normal abnormal or normal? I don't know. And I was, kind of, we keep on having these interactions across our HR fraternity,
बार निकल गया
within
सभी
our
लाइन
organization, outside our
सभी का
organization, that how long, until when, and how will this new normal become normal, and actually, we all will start. And coming from a traditional manufacturing background where I have always
क्या
seen, work face to face with people. So
अरे
I
इतना
find it
सेकंड
really, really very difficult working from home,
साउंड कुछ नहीं होता
right? And when I talk to a lot of colleagues of mine, a lot of team members of mine, so I feel that one, from a framework perspective, I don't think that India as a country, and especially the manufacturing sector, see, I would largely talk about that. From a framework perspective, I'm not sure that do we actually know how to work from home, or how to, take care of employees while they are working from home, right? So we don't know. And maybe, in a learned atmosphere like this, maybe we can kind of talk about some of those, because countries like US, Australia, they have written down norms with respect to, Mr. Jan talked about the employer-employee relationship. So they have those frameworks available, and I understand that there certain laws talk about this kind of a relationship. Also, there was a very interesting debate which I was having with one of a very leading lawyer, and what he told to me that, ma'am, HR always comes and talks to us about the social fabric of the organization, the values of the organization. How are you going to take care of all this while your employees start working from home? What is that they will imbibe, or how will they learn your way when there is no social connect, when they're not meeting people, when they don't know what the organization physically means? So, it was a very interesting question, and to my mind, at least I don't have an answer for it currently. And I'm sure as we grow, as Mr. Lal also mentioned, that we started learning how to adopt this abnormal or normal to be the new normal. So we'll have to really kind of, see, evolve, and we have to be really, really nimble footed so that we can quickly adapt ourselves to whatever is needed to be done. So from a thought point of view, I am still kind of, kind of thinking that is the work from home, the new normal, abnormal or normal, I don't know.
Um, in fact, like all new normals appear to be abnormal most of the
Yes,
life.
हाँ
So
yes,
maybe like this is also something that we will gradually emerge to accept as a new normal, because
right,
like there is always a start of the life cycle, whether it is a product, service, or a culture. So this is
correct,
a start of a new cultural life cycle, which the society will start adhering to in the future. Like
correct.
I find in the meantime, Salil, uh, as you see, like as we being in the manufacturing unit handle thousands of people every day in various shifts, there are various constraints from the perspective of implication of HMA guidelines, which tells us that
Sir,
a particular social distancing has to be maintained. Whereas, the assembly lines which are there in manufacturing industry are so set that for many points, maintaining that social distancing is not feasible at a given point of time. And in order to change the assembly lines or the layout of various operations, maybe like machining or painting, it will take some time. So how will the industry cope up with this? And in case if there is some, you know, means if somebody does not follows it, then what could be the implications? Like, I would like to throw this open to all. You can take the lead, Salil, but others can also
Yes,
join in putting in their views.
sir. I will answer this question in parts. First is the preparatory part. So
Yeah.
preparatory part, of course, was a very detailed exercise. Even if I have to quote our example, first of all, we also were trying to learn based upon the guidelines. So obviously, the government was prompt enough in issuing guidelines from time to time. At times, the interpretation was a bit of contradictory at some point of time. Then these guidelines were also supplemented by the notifications issued by the respective governments. And that actually helped us in evolving our complete SOP. But I must compliment the government because this time there was a change in the total approach. It was being treated as a national disaster. And since it was being treated as a national disaster, the government was proactive in terms of finding ways and means to support. It came in support for the industry also, in spite of the fact that there was cases where the instances were rising, but still the provisions were made to design your SOP. We in turn also designed our SOP maintaining the complete social distancing factor, the factors related to health and hygiene, the factors related to protective equipments, the factors related to timings, the factors related to the provisions which had to be made from time to time, including pickup of employees to dropping them back, and the kind of approach we adopted or the methodology which we adopted and incorporated in the SOP, which was uploaded at the there at the government's portal. And finally, there was a approving mechanism, which I must, as I said, it is very important to mention that even the government's very proactive officials from the labor department, very senior officials from labor department were available, and they used to discuss. Most of the discussion was virtual, including the approvals were online. We all know this. Coming back to the preparation part, once the preparation was over, the bigger challenge was to implement. So for an organization like us, where we had to handle thousands of people, a lot of simulation exercise was done, a lot of dry drill was done in order to face the actual situation. We devoted hours together on the ground only to do simulations, whether it is the entry point, whether it is the exit point, whether it is your cafeteria or the shop floor. And the third bigger factor was the process improvement. As you mentioned, there are certain workstations which are very close to each other. You have a takt time, and then subsequently, in order to monitor everything, people stand in very close proximity. So, a lot of kaizens were also done in order to implement the social distancing factor. And we were successful to a great extent, I would say, whether it is the cafeteria, wherein even if there was a space constraint, we built up partitions. We built up partition based upon the approvals which we received. We made systems for complete health and hygiene processes inside the plant, and subsequently address the shop floor also. So again, this is subject to a lot of checks and audits by the top management, including the managing director of the company, who personally visits and checks, because under no circumstances the directive was very clear. We were not in hurry to produce, but at no cost a single case is to be identified.
You, Salil, life more important than livelihood or creating products. People before profit has to become the new norm for the industry.
Exactly.
And I will again toss a question to Mr. Kshitij. Sir, you had been the inspection officer, you had been inspecting the premises physically based on the provisions of the law which existed. Like, whether it is Factories Act, where the chapters of health, welfare, and safety had the prominence, and now in the given change in circumstances, the what would be the new norms for inspection?
When I was going for inspection, our prime focus was the ensurement and disbursement of waste, whether wage is proper or wages paid on below the minimum wage or not, or timely payment of wages and timely payment of bonus, and their was focus was different at that time. But when you're saying about this, the if we see the changing scenario, now the focus will be changed. Basically, if you are knowing about that, UP government and Gujarat government and MP government has exempted industries from various provisions of labor laws for a period of 3 years. This might help or not. That is a further question to discuss. But what I think is that there should be should be provision should be amended in factory rules. If you see the Factory Act and factory rules, then it is clearly there is a provision of illumination, distancing, safety. So this might be changed a little more so that the social distancing concept should be incorporated. Number one. Number two, if you change the industry like from factory to a construction site. Now, when you go to construction site, the labor is very highly unorganized. If you visit the construction site of railway, if you visit the construction site of big highways, here the problem is that the labor is very uneducated and it is mostly of migrants are there. If you see that particular industry, you will feel the shortage of migrant labor very soon. I don't know how industry will manage the labor because majority of labor are in transition and they will go. So we have to also amend these provisions in Interstate Migrant Act, where there should be compulsion to an employer or government to provide them housing, clothing, and this whole thing. So the state migrant labor should be there. Number two. Now, if you see the concept of offices, which are coming under Shop and Establishment Act, where the government was planning to change the number of working hours from 40 hours to 48 hours. Still, the industry want that in number of hours should be increased. But what I think there may be in pipeline or not. And as far as we are saying that you were saying about the new labor codes, because we are merging all 44 codes into 4 new code on wages, code on safety and health and welfare, code on industrial relations, and code on installation and code on social security. So the code was drafted at very good. What we say, it increased the ease of compliance because now we have to ensure only 4 code. Previous we have to comply with 44 code. We have to file various return. So that we as a labor department and our government is also looking for that thing also. We want that employer should focus more on compliance and there should be a less paperwork and we're more focused on timely payment of wages and ensure that timely disbursement of wages. So if you see such thing, I think if we in view of अगर हम COVID-19 के बारे में अगर उस हिसाब से चलें तो हम लोगों को काफी चीजें चेंज करनी पड़ेंगी. वो तो एक अलग चीज हो गई और लेबर रिफॉर्म्स एकदम अलग हो गया. और COVID-19 के हिसाब से अगर हम चलेंगे तो हम देखना पड़ेगा हमें काफी चीज चेंज करनी पड़ेंगी कि हम लोग को दो लोगों जो लोग बैठते हैं आपस में तो उनके बीच में जो दूरी है उसको हमें इनकॉर्पोरेट करना पड़ेगा. बड़ी फैक्ट्री एक्ट में हो या शॉप एस्टेब्लिशमेंट एक्ट में हो, ये सब चीजें हम लोग को ध्यान देनी पड़ेगी.
Thank you, Shidharji. I think what you are saying is very correct. And I find Mr. Fauzdar has also joined. May I ask Rima to unmute and I welcome you, Mr. Fauzdar. Please give a brief self-introduction, and please share your views on the topic.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, Mr. Ramesh, for bringing up this topic. We are getting so many HR webinars. The topic, which is practical in nature, was really required. And what problems will the industry be facing once we start our operations post this lockdown? We know that this COVID-19 virus is not going to die so easily. It has got its shelf life ranging from 24 to 36 months. The only thing is the care which we can take. So it's like we say social distancing is there, sanitization of area is there, sanitization of hands is there. All those things are going to help in this. Social distancing, we say 2 meters. But when we closed down our operations, it was totally unplanned. We were not knowing that lockdown will come so fast. Second, this pandemic situation, generally in HR or even operations, any business always have got the plan and they rehearse for any eventuality which can take place. So once we rehearse, we are ready for all those things. But this pandemic situation has been so adverse that it was not at all planned. If we go by the layout of the machinery, we go by the layout of our plants, then work from home. For manufacturing, it is really unique way of working. Generally, work from home is not possible for the manufacturing concerns. Even the plant layout, because if I talk about my industry, we are into footwear. Our machines, our packing assembly lines, our manufacturing lines, they are so operations that even though if we want, we can't decongest them. But yes, going to all these problems, we have carried out alternate sitting rather than continuous sitting. Those provisions have been carried out. If we talk about like legislative things, the acts, which various authorities have already put in place. So work from home, if one of our esteemed panelists, so he was telling that work from home, how they monitor. Yes, it is difficult for them also. And it's difficult equally for HR also how the particular person is demonstrating, performing from home. So challenge is not the one way, it's a two-way challenge. Challenge for the government authorities, challenge for the HR, and challenge even for the people who are working. It's really the different situation which we have never thought of, never prepared. But yes, it has now focused that how we work out our strategies to comply with the legislative or statutory compliances to ensure that all our operations are in place and working as per requirements, same way complying with any unusual circumstances. So I think it's difficult, but yes, we can't say it's unmanageable. We can manage it very well.
Thank you, Mr. Fauzdar. Like friends, there are 2, 3 aspects on which I would like all of us to focus upon. One is the supply chain part. There is a likelihood of disruption in the supply chain because not only domestic front where there has been migrant labor deployment, so there will be scarcity of the labor for these MSMEs which were producing parts for many industries. Then there can also be a disruption of supply chain because of the international connectivity. Many parts, especially for the automobile industry, may be coming from abroad. So there will be a disruption there. So far as the production is concerned, the products or the services may lose their relevance in a big way in the new context which will emerge. See, earlier, the expenditure on lifestyles had become more than the life itself. Now, all that will get reversed. There will be a big change in the industry cycle. Like what was not important will suddenly become very important. What was high, what was carrying high price will lose its relevance and attraction. So there is going to be a lot of churning of labor force. Many industries will close down. For many products and services, the demands will come down, and there are possibilities of increasing disputes, which will become difficult to, or may become difficult in a short run to handle. So I would like to understand from the perspective of you people, how should the industry gear up to adapt the new transformative era in their life now?
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है
हाँ जी,
कि अभी ये जैसे
बोलिए।
टेक्निकल हिच आते हैं, आगे आगे जैसे अब वर्किंग स्टार्ट होंगे ऑफिसेज में, चाहे वो फैक्ट्रीज हैं चाहे कॉर्पोरेट्स हैं, तो वो हिच के साथ ऑफ कोर्स हमको टेक्निकल एरर्स को या नेटवर्क इश्यूज को बेयर करते हुए आगे करना होगा, बट ये जैसे कुछ लिमिटेड टाइम होता है कई बार मीटिंग्स का, कई ये सब बैरियर्स को, एरर्स को कैसे एक एचआर अपने टाइम फ्रेम में मैच करेगा, कैसे होगा? दूसरा, उनके एम्प्लॉयज के मन में क्या चल रहा है आजकल, ये मैं मिस्टर सलील से जरूर जानना चाहूंगी कि उनके एम्प्लॉयज क्या सोच रहे हैं आजकल। बेसिकली शायद अर्निंग तो है ही लेकिन सेफ्टी भी है, तो ये दो चीज मुझे आप लोगों से जाननी है। कोई भी आंसर कर सकता है, क्योंकि कई बार ये जो हिच होते हैं, टेक्निकल हिच होते हैं, इनसे शायद वो फ्लो कभी कभी वो डिस्टर्ब होता है। तो कैसे आप लोग अपनी मीटिंग्स को कैसे सेटल करते हैं, कैसे आप आगे और बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट होंगे, क्लाइंट मीटिंग्स होंगी, वो किस तरीके से आप लोगों ने स्ट्रैटेजी और प्लानिंग किया हुआ?
Salil, the question is to you, but in the meanwhile, while you get a hang of it and move forward, मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा रीमा जी कि इंडस्ट्री अडेप्ट्स, मालिक और मुनाफे के बीच में जितने भी घटक हैं उनको कैसे समायोजित करना है, इसकी समझ उद्योग को बहुत अधिक होती है। इनफैक्ट अगर आप ये देखिए, हमारे यहाँ की वर्कफोर्स आप देखिए, तो अगर 50 करोड़ लोग हमारे यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, तो 50 करोड़ में लगभग 40 करोड़ लोग तो अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में हैं, who are small entrepreneurs, self-employed guys, those who do not have any appointment letters, and those who cannot be sort of audited under the checks and balances systems in order to be found कि उनको वो सुविधाएं जो प्रदत्त की जानी चाहिए वो मिल भी रही हैं या नहीं। तो चैलेंजेस बहुत हैं। आई थिंक द न्यू नॉर्म विल बी, जैसे अभी सरकार का नॉर्म आया है कि प्लांट में 50% मैन पावर और ऑफिसेस में 33% मैन पावर। दूसरी बात आपको सबको ये कहना चाहूँगा कि डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट हैज सुपरसीडेड ऑल लॉज इन द कंट्री टिल इट इज इन फोर्स। जब तक लॉकडाउन इन फोर्स है तब तक एवरीबडी हैज टू फॉलो the guidelines which are coming from the government in order to manage this disaster, and that supersedes all. अभी जैसे अभी आपने देखा है कि अभी there is a lot of discussion, a lot of industry will flow in the country from the economic perspective because the people will try to shift their businesses maybe from some particular countries, and we as a nation are hoping a lot of inflow of business in our country also, and I think there will be a requirement of agility, the new freedom from the government, and I find that there are some discussions on these lines in the government also, and I find that the UP government has gone miles ahead, and maybe unprecedented times and unprecedented moves, I can put it. Nobody would have even dreamed in their dreams that a government will come to extend such a open environment, and then there could be a flip side to it also. Means use is one thing and misuse is another thing. So many a time the law enforcement authorities are to regulate that the misuse does not happen, and I only think that the new SEZs which will mushroom in the time to come, and 3 years period which is a sort of holiday being extended in one of the largest states of the country, I think by that time the learning cycle will be complete, and maybe the society will emerge with new norms which will become the norms for the rest of the country also to follow. So taking that perspective, I think that we need to see the things from a very different perspective. Mind, behavior, attitudes, nature of a person does not change overnight. It only changes under shock, as the COVID shock has made us change our behavior. So the economic shocks which are in the pipeline will make the behavior change of everybody, employers, employees, all stakeholders, I'm sure. Salil, over to you.
Yeah. रीमा जी, आपने जो सवाल पूछा था बड़ा रेलेवेंट है, और सच पूछिए तो आपके तरफ से ये सवाल का पूछा जाना बड़ा नेचुरल भी है। मैं इसलिए इसको नेचुरल कहता हूँ क्योंकि हम लोग कठिन वक्त में ही सबसे ज़्यादा सीखते हैं। ये हमारा एक ह्यूमन बिहेवियर है। जब हम कठिनाई का सामना करते हैं तो सबसे ज़्यादा लेसन्स भी लर्न करते हैं। बचपन में जो पढ़ाया गया था कि आवश्यकता ही आविष्कार की जननी है, वो बिल्कुल अब साक्षात हो रहा है, पहली बात। दूसरी बात आपने पूछी कि ये टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस क्यों होता है, लेकिन टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस पर हम आएंगे। हम उसके पहले आपको कुछ और कहना चाहते हैं कि एक नेगेटिविटी क्रिएट हो गया था पूरे एनवायरनमेंट में, सच्चाई ये है कि नॉर्मलसी रेस्टोर होगा। The only thing, as we mentioned earlier also during our deliberation, कि इस नॉर्मलसी को रिस्टोर होने में समय लगेगा, बट ये इसका कोई अंत नहीं है, इसमें ये बात सच नहीं है, क्योंकि इसका भी अंत होगा लाइक एनी अदर लाइफ साइकिल। और चूंकि इट इज डिपेंडेंट अपॉन अ लाइफ साइकिल, इट हैज टू एंड, एंड सिंस इट इज गोइंग टू एंड, once we rebounds, it will be multifold। और सच्चाई ये है कि जब हम वापस आएंगे तो और ज़्यादा डिसिप्लिन अप्रोच में वापस आएंगे, और ज़्यादा एजाइल होकर वापस आएंगे, और ज़्यादा अवेयर होकर वापस आएंगे। और जहाँ तक टेक्नोलॉजी के सवाल है, टेक्नोलॉजी अपने आप में सक्षम है और क्लियर है, गैप होता है उसके अपनाने में और उसके अवेयरनेस में। अगर हम अपने आप को इक्विप कर लें द राइट अवेयरनेस एंड राइट नो हाउ, तो हम इस टेक्नोलॉजी को भी, टेक्निकल ग्लिच को भी ओवरकम करेंगे। दूसरा सवाल कि एम्प्लॉयज़, आपका सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन था कि एम्प्लॉयज़ जो हमारे हैं उनके मन में क्या चल रहा है। तो यहाँ पर कई अलग अलग कैटेगरी ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं। अगर हम लार्ज स्केल पे देखें तो बहुत ज़बरदस्त अनसर्टेनिटी है, बिकॉज वी नो, हम रोज अखबार में, न्यूज़ में देख रहे हैं और खुद हम अपने सराउंडिंग में देख रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट मैं तो डील कर रहा हूँ, वो है माइग्रेंट वर्कफोर्स। वो इसलिए अनसर्टेन है बिकॉज उसको पता है कि अभी इमीडिएट कोई फ्यूचर नहीं है, और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि वो इमोशनल सेटबैक से अभी तक बाहर नहीं निकले हैं। चूंकि इमोशनल सेटबैक से बाहर नहीं निकले हैं, अपने परिवार से दूर होकर के नौकरी करते हैं, इसलिए हर कीमत पे वापस जाना चाहते हैं। ये हो गया चैलेंज नंबर 1। और ये भी एक कैटेगरी है जिससे हम HR के लोग अभी हर दिन उलझ रहे हैं और उसको डील कर रहे हैं। पिछले 8 वर्षों में मानेसर के आसपास और गुड़गांव के इन गांवों में मैं जितना घूम चुका हूँ, और पैंडेमिक के समय जितना मैंने अंदर जा कर के देखा, उतना तो नॉर्मल कंडीशन में मैंने नहीं देखा। और जा कर के जब अंदर आप इन विलेजेस में जाते हैं और देखते हैं, और वहाँ पर जब अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ से मिलते हैं, तब आपको ग्राउंड रियलिटी समझ में आती है कि उनको अभी खाना चाहिए, कि उनको मेडिसिन चाहिए, कि उनको प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए, और उनको चाहिए तीनों। और हमको तीनों की व्यवस्था करनी पड़ती है, चाहे हम प्रशासन का मदद लें या अपने प्रबंधन का मदद लें। इन दोनों से मदद लेकर के उन तक पहुंचाना था, और ये मेरे लिए एक चैलेंज था। ये हो गया उसी कैटेगरी की बात। दूसरा कैटेगरी जो है वो एक रेगुलेटेड कैटेगरी है, जैसा हरभजन सर कह रहे थे। वो उसको एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड माहौल में है, फ़र्क सिर्फ यही है कि वो काम पर नहीं है, अपने घर पर है, और वो इंतज़ार कर रहा है। उसके मन में भी कुछ शंकाएं हैं, कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं कि आगे क्या होगा। ये डिपेंड करता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की हमारी फिलॉसफी क्या है, हमारा अप्रोच क्या है, और हमारी अपनी लाइबिलिटीज़ कितनी हैं कि हम कब तक हर चीज़ सिचुएशन को समेट के रखें। तीसरा कैटेगरी होता है एम्प्लॉयज़ का जो पढ़ा लिखा है, वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहा है, वो वापस भी आना चाहता है, बट वो थोड़ा सा चिंतित है चूँकि मेडिकल कंडीशंस बहुत कंड्यूसिव हैं। और इन तीनों ही केसेस में रिक्वायरमेंट अलग अलग है, और आपको तीनों को कैटर करना है और बहुत समझदारी से कैटर करना है। और इसमें जो सबसे बड़ा मूल मंत्र है कि आप क्या कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं ऑन अ डेली बेसिस। आई रिपीट, ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, एंड एज मच एज यू कैन, एंड टू द मैक्सिमम कवरेज। हम लोगों ने प्लांट में अपने HR के लोगों को अपने वर्कफोर्स से कनेक्टेड रहने का निर्देश दिया था, जो उन लोगों ने भली भांति किया। यूनियनाइज्ड हमारा अलग होता है, हमारे लीडर्स हैं वो भी आजकल पढ़े लिखे हैं, वो भी कनेक्टेड हैं, और उनको भी वो काफ़ी अवेयर हैं, उनको भी जनरल अवेयरनेस काफ़ी अच्छा है उनका, उनको भी हम कनेक्टेड रह रहे थे। प्लस एवरी HOD, हर हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट चाहता था, और वो करता भी था, थ्रू वेब कॉल्स और थ्रू एनी अदर मीन्स, वी ऑलवेज रिमेंड कनेक्टेड विद आवर एम्प्लॉयज़। और ये सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है बिकॉज उनके अंदर किसी भी प्रकार का रॉन्ग कम्युनिकेशन या डाउट नहीं आना चाहिए। एंड इफ़ वी आर एबल टू, एंड इफ़ वी नो एंड वी आर एबल टू assess the future based upon whatever facts we have, it is always better to instill the best possible level of confidence in your employees so that they remain attached, they are with you, and ultimately ये सारी बातें घूम फिर के आती हैं जो आजकल हम लोग अपने भाषा में कहते हैं कि आप कैसे एम्प्लॉय को एंगेज रख रहे हैं इन स्पाइट ऑफ दिस लॉकडाउन। तो उसका एक अलग तरीका है, उस पर अभी चर्चा हम नहीं करेंगे, बट एट द सेम टाइम एक्सपेक्टेशंस को बनाए रखने के लिए, उनको एकजुट रखने के लिए, जो मेरे लिए सबसे अहम कड़ी थी कि हम उनसे कम्युनिकेट करते रहें और हर दिन कम्युनिकेट करें।
थैंक यू सलील, वेरी वेल सेड। विश्वास की बुनियाद को और मजबूत बनाना होगा। आपसी विश्वास और तालमेल से ही आगे जो है व्यवस्था सुचारू रूप से चल पाएगी। आई फुल्ली अप्रिशिएट व्हाट यू हैव सेड, and I would there are many people who have joined us. I see the people who are youngsters and doing very successfully on HR front. We find here Mit Malik, Anuj Bus, Mr. Malhotra, Charu, Gajraj, Mayur, Joginder Rawat, Santo Vikas. I will like to two questions. I will like to give you the opportunity, friends. We have some 5-7 minutes to go. If any one of you is interested in asking anything, you can ask. Please unmute everybody, and only the person asking should actually start. Yeah, Amit, I see your mic being unmuted. You can go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. This side Amit, and I'm HR professionals.
Give your
Actually,
introduction also, small introduction.
okay.
Which organization?
I'm recently joined Denso as a senior manager HR. Earlier, I was with Honda Asset for 9 years, Honda two wheelers. My question to all panelists, who seems to be uh, who think that they can, who's very comfortable on giving answer, please answer. Actually, so far in last 2 years, we are discussing a lot many about Industry 4.0, and that point of time, it is a very fascinating word. Same like IoT, artificial intelligence, digitization. It's again the fascinating word into HR era. But do you think it become a necessity after COVID-19 instead of fascinating? Earlier it used to be a want, or it become a need now because we have tapped down the employees also. We have to ensure we have to redo our entire planning of manufacturing also. We have to redo our cycle time study also, because if we're talking about social distancing, typically into assembly areas, how we ensure it, and then we need to take help of technology. Sir, your inputs in this, sir.
सर मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहती हूँ। पूजा, आर यू देयर?
Yes, yes, I'm there.
यस। पूजा, अभी जो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पैक्टेड पार्ट इज प्रोसेसेस ऑफ टैलेंट एक्विजिशन, इज इट?
Yes and no, both actually. तो आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूरा करिए, फिर मैं मतलब करूंगी। या
मैं यही पूछना चाह रही थी क्योंकि मैंने रिसेंटली कुछ क्लोज नेटवर्क में ये देखा है, कईयों के बहुत इंटरव्यूज हुए, कुछ के लॉकडाउन से जस्ट बिफोर लॉकडाउन हुए, 2 दिन पहले, 1 वीक पहले, वो सब होल्ड पे हैं। अभी ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन भी तो वैसे बहुत स्लो, ऑफ कोर्स स्लो है, पर जो भी हो रहे हैं वो कुछ बिल्कुल टोटल अनसर्टेनिटी है टिल नवंबर, टिल अक्टूबर, टिल सितंबर, मतलब who knows, I don't know कि वो कैसे है। और processes 1 round, 2nd round, 3rd round, how can you judge the, you know, decide only because as a professional हमने यही सीखा है कि documented qualification is must, but if face to face interview जो होते हैं उसका कहीं ना कहीं importance altogether different है। तो
बिल्कुल।
हाँ,
तो देखिए, जब तक आप टैलेंट एक्विजिशन वाली स्फीयर की बात करेंगी, तो यस, दिस इज अ फैक्ट एंड दिस आई आल्सो हैव बीन हियरिंग अक्रॉस द इंडस्ट्री। फ्रेशर्स की अगर मैं बात करती हूँ, एक्सपीरियंस लोगों की बात करती हूँ, सो एवरीवेयर देयर इज दिस kind of a delay or a deferment which is happening on account of the COVID-19 thing. And there are certain organizations, so I would like to, so what we did, I will talk about that. So we in JK Cement, we had a kind of, we discussed that what should we do. So what we thought was that whomever we have committed that we will, we've already issued offer and we've committed that, okay, we are happy to have you on board. All those commitments we will stand by. But yes, as far as the new recruitment goes, as far as the new requirement goes, everybody in the organization and across the industry also, I am sure, became very cautious, because whenever you start seeing your fixed costs, start seeing your cash flows, etc., all these fixed cost factors and people being one of the important factors to it become very important to see, where the organizations became conscious. The second aspect which you are talking about, that how do you judge, that how genuine the person is with respect to his competence, with respect to his qualifications, etc. So thanks to technology, these days you are able to see a person while he is interacting with you, and there are a lot of softwares, etc., which do a lot of neurotransmissions, etc., etc. And of course, I will not say that it can replace a man-to-man interaction, a human-to-human interaction, but yes, technology, sooner or later, this will become the new normal, and it will start having its own impact. But having said that, coming from a generation which more believes in, a one-to-one interaction and seeing how the person's body language is, how comfortable the person is, what are the kind of experiences he's sharing. So of course, I would say that it's tough. So it's not that easy, and this skill also doesn't come easy to people of our generation, at least. So yes, you're right somewhere there.
Thank you, Pooja. To all the panelists, the question which Amit had tossed, that will 4.0 manufacturing, Internet of Things gain momentum and lead the manufacturing in the days to come? And if I add to it, what would be the flip side to it? Will it lead to the losses of employment of the people or the industry which is already going down? To all of you, sirs, who are there on the panel, I think we have just 3 minutes to go. So one, I think you can incorporate it as your final comment also, and make your final comment before we close the session.
Can you repeat the question? Can you repeat it? Sir?
Yeah,
Hello?
I said that there was a question from Mr. Amit Malik that manufacturing 4.0, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, all these will have more say in the times to come in the future. So will this gain more momentum? We were already expecting it to happen, but now will it happen at a faster pace than we were expecting? And I have added to it, if it really happens, like we are already low on employment front, and that is our biggest challenge, how we will keep the employment curve intact, uh, means how to take it forward. I wanted to have the opinion of the panelists. What do you have to say on this?
Okay, I will
And
answer.
also please conclude it along with your final comments.
I will answer on this. I will try to. See, industry run on the basis of making profits, and whatever investment a industrialist or a management will do, it is on the basis of profit. First, to benefit themselves. If I'm getting benefit from any automation or artificial intelligence, I will go for it. I can reduce the number of labor. I can increase the increase the production, so the other manpower can be rationalized, or or increase the scale of production, or increase the line of production. So it depends on the management what it will do, what will do. It will depend on the investment, and it will depend on the probable benefit. So this, from a regulatory framework, we cannot enforce anything. It is a management decision. Number one. Number two is that you are talking about the lack of employment will be impact on employment. Yes, it will be there. That's why there's a concept of skill upgradation in software industries. It had to be there. The technology will be upgraded, new technology will come, and the old technology people will not be able to compete for it. They need to learn the things. That's my answer. And number two,
Thank you.
my final comment is that all the HR department people Let's prioritize to take concern of contact labor also. That is my final comment. Okay.
थैंक यू क्षितिज जी। तो मालिक और मुनाफे के बीच में जितने भी घटक आएंगे उनका निर्णय प्रोडक्ट मतलब कॉस्ट एंड क्वालिटी कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस will take in order to make that product or service survive. May I move forward to Mr. Premi, Mr. Fawzar and Pooja to put their final comments in place, please.
To my mind, to talk about the industry 4.0 thing. So yes, this will now become a necessity. And as earlier, जैसा कि हम सोच रहे थे कि जब इंडस्ट्री 4.0 आ जाएगा तो बहुत सारे ऐसे रोल्स होंगे जो शायद हमें ह्यूमन फॉर्म में नहीं चाहिए होंगे और उससे इंडस्ट्री पे एक नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट भी आएगा। और मेरा मानना ये है कि हर जो नई चीज आती है वो एक अपॉर्चुनिटी भी साथ लेकर आती है। ऐसे भी बहुत सारे रोल्स क्रिएट होंगे जो नए होंगे। हो सकता है डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट के लिए पूरी टीम बनने लग जाए अब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कि अगर दोबारा ऐसा टाइम आएगा तो कौन किस तरह से एक्ट करेगा, कौन पॉलिसी बनाएगा, कौन क्या करेगा, राइट। बहुत सारे ऐसे स्पेशलिस्ट रोल्स की भी जरूरत पड़ेगी जो इस इंडस्ट्री 4.0 को बिल्कुल ह्यूमनलेस अप्रोच के साथ चलाने में और इम्प्लीमेंट करने में मदद करेंगे और जो उन चीजों को देखेंगे। और चाहे कितना भी इंटरफेस आ जाए, हमें ये हमेशा याद रखना है कि इन रोबोट्स को चलाने वाले और इस इंडस्ट्री और इस इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स को जोड़ने वाले सारे ह्यूमन ब्रेन्स ही हैं एट द एंड ऑफ द डे। तो वो कहीं ना कहीं वो वाला कनेक्ट तो रहेगा ही रहेगा और उसको हम छोड़ नहीं सकते। अगर कुछ जॉब्स जाएंगी तो आई एम श्योर इक्वल नंबर ऑफ न्यू जॉब्स आएंगी भी। And I believe that this will give us some other opportunity to create some different jobs. And I'm sure, as you rightly mentioned, that जो फिटेस्ट होता है वही आगे चलता है। तो वो जो इवोल्यूशन की थ्योरी है अब वो चलेगी पर आगे कुछ डिफरेंट तरीके से चलेगी। So I strongly believe that it will give us some good opportunities as well.
Thank you. Friends, thank you very much for this participation and very meaningful discussion. I only want to say a final line that whatever be the circumstances, please don't leave the humanness. अपने अंदर की मानवता और इंसानियत को मत मरने दीजिए। जो लोग तकलीफ में हैं उनके साथ, अगर आप बहुत सौभाग्यशाली हैं और ईश्वर की आपके ऊपर बहुत कृपा है कि आपको इतना दिया हुआ है जो शायद दूसरों के आसपास नहीं है, तो उसको शेयर करें। अपने हिस्से का कुछ निकाल के लोगों की मदद करें। ये कठिन समय है और इसमें एक दूसरे के सहयोग करके और एक भावनात्मक स्तर पर लोगों को साथ लेकर आगे बढ़ने का प्रयास करें। एचआर के लिए सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है ह्यूमन होना, बाकी सारी चीजें तो सेकेंडरी हैं। एचआर दोनों तरफ से पिसता है। मालिक का हो सकता है कि दबाव कुछ और हो और नीचे के जो लोग हैं हो सकता है कि उनकी अपेक्षाएं कुछ और हों, लेकिन आपको दोनों के बीच में बैलेंस करना है और एक नई दुनिया के सृजन और निर्माण में अपनी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभानी है। आप सबने अपना वक्त दिया, अपने विचार दिए और अपना समय दिया है, इसके लिए मैं आप सबका बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। रीमा जी का आभारी हूँ, एसडीटी यूनिवर्सिटी और बाकी सारे घटक जो इस कार्यक्रम को सुनियोजित करने में सहयोग दिए हैं, उन सबका भी बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। आप सबका धन्यवाद और इसी के साथ हम लोग इस वेबिनार का अंत करेंगे। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू।